Mike Moore Media.
I'm talking with Seth Woodall, attorney here in Rockingham County. Offices in Eden and Madison. Seth M. Woodall and Associates. And Seth, it's good to have you in the studio. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Well, I wanted to get an update. I'd like to think that maybe everyone knows Seth Woodall. You're so involved in the community, and I've been here. You're a native of this area, right?
I grew up here, yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. But for those that don't know Seth Woodall, give us a little background on you, maybe your family and things like that.
Yeah, so I was born and raised here in Eden, went to Moorhead High School, graduated in 2000, went to Rockingham Community College for 2 years, and transferred to UNC Greensboro, and received a bachelor's degree in political science. Then went to law school from there at Regent University in Virginia Beach. Married Stephanie Meeks Woodall. She and I started dating in high school. We have 4 children, twins that are 13, a 12-year-old son, and a 9-year-old son. 9, 12, and 2 13-year-olds.
Yeah.
So,
well, I know you're such an important part of this community, and we appreciate your service in so many ways. What do you do at Seth M. Woodall and Associates there in your practice?
So we have 7 attorneys that work between the Eden office and Madison office. Mm-hmm. And I primarily handle criminal matters, traffic matters, and real estate matters. Over the course of my career from 2006, I have handled a variety of cases, ranging from general civil litigation, criminal matters, real estate matters, family law, domestic cases, personal injury. Done a wide variety of things. Now I pretty much stick to criminal and traffic matters and real estate only. Are
there trends and things when it comes to law practice, things you see more of sometimes than others?
Sure. In a small town like Eden and Madison, it's cyclical. Real estate will be really good for a while, and then it'll take a break. Right now I'm expecting somewhat of a slowdown just because of interest rates rising over the last couple of months. And something else will fill the gap if there are shortages, or not shortages, but if there's a slowdown in the real estate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Let's talk about real estate here in Rockingham County, and a lot of growth going on, isn't there?
It has been a significant growth over the last 2 or 3 years, yes.
Yeah, okay. And that brings us kind of to one of your projects, and we'll get back to the law practice in a moment, but I want people to know that you and Stephanie are the ones that put the Farmhouse together on Bethlehem Church Road, and what a wonderful venue that is.
It has been great. We bought that from Bill Golston back in 2021, and it had sat dormant for about 2-3 years from when he had ran it as 912 Bethlehem, the restaurant. And we went in and renovated that and turned it into a special events and wedding venue.
Mm-hmm. And that has some real history to it, too, doesn't it?
It does. The main structure was built, I believe, in 1897 as a 4-room log cabin.
Wow.
Then over the years, it was added on to, I think Mr. Golston in 1972 had renovated it from his place of business to a primary residence, and he lived there until 2011, and then renovated it once again into a restaurant. So it's gone through some changes over the course of history.
So what do you do at the Farmhouse? What's that all about?
So we offer the Farmhouse to the community for any special event, whether or not it's a birthday party, a retirement party, a family gathering, weddings. We've had a wide variety of events there. And so we have a manager who organizes and schedules that. We've rented it to individuals, companies, corporations, municipalities. So it's just a place for the community to use.
It really has been busy, too, since you've taken it over.
It has. So when we bought it in 2021, it took us about a year to fully renovate and get the doors open. Mm-hmm. And we eased into it slowly just because it was a kind of a hobby secondary business for us. And we realized real quick that we were incapable with our personal schedules of handling it just between Stephanie and I. So we have had a manager for the last several months, but it has stayed relatively booked, solid for the last several months.
One of the neat things I think about the Farmhouse, and people who have been there would agree, just off Loop Road, just off Harrington Highway, But you're like you're in the middle of nowhere. It's kind of secluded, and that whole rural setting, I think, is what makes it so special.
It does. It offers a lot of beautiful views and a lot of beautiful locations for people to have indoor or outdoor gatherings. So it sits in the middle of approximately 140 acres, and so that gives a nice backdrop.
Yes, it really does. All righty, let's talk about, while we're kind of out in the country there, about barrel racing. Give us your input on that and how you're involved in that.
So my daughters, who are 13, they at the middle school, they both barrel race horses. And so a couple of years ago, we were going around to events all over the state and had decided once we bought the 912 Bethlehem farm to build our own outdoor barrel racing arena there. So off of Rob Tom Road, which is off of Ashley Loop Road in Eden, is the backside of what I call the Goldston Farm, which is the 912 Bethlehem now. Mm-hmm. So we built an outdoor barrel horse arena, and we leased that to the National Bear Horse Association annually for horse races.
And that season's getting cranked up too.
Yeah, so I would say around March or April we'll start seeing races on a regular basis, not only there but throughout the community and through the state.
Yeah, okay. The name of that is?
L&L Arena is what we operate under.
L&L Arena. Okay, so we wanted to mention that. And something else you were just telling me that I hadn't heard about before we did the podcast here, and that's a new project on Bridge Street. That sounds exciting.
Yeah, so we purchased the former Quorum Heating and Air building at 605 Bridge Street, and we have been renovating it for approximately 1 year. And we have built and installed batting cages, AstroTurf. It's going to be an indoor baseball facility. Mm-hmm. The upstairs is being rented to a martial arts school, and so it's getting busy over there too.
Well, now, that sounds like something that we really need in the area, that maybe you're meeting a need there.
I hope so. We're trying to give back to the community the best we can, because at the end of the day, I really believe the support of the community has been the reason for our success. And so trying to give back, and, the kids, I think it'd be great to have an indoor batting facility. Some other communities and locations have those, and they've been a hit all over the state, and so we're trying to capitalize on that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, wish you much success with that. So those are some of the things you're involved in the community, and that's exciting to hear what's going on. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, you have your Eden office on Fag Drive, Seth M. Woodall and Associates, but coming up on an anniversary this summer with something there in the Madison area. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so last May I had purchased and bought out Benjamin F. Tucker's law practice. He's still there, still maintains an active practice, but purchased him, and he's continuing to work and care for the citizens of Madison and doing a good job. So we've got 2 attorneys there. Ben Tucker's remained there, and then Sam Viscuso, who started practice in 2015, he occupies that office.
So that office is open all through the week?
It is, Monday through Friday, yes, sir.
Okay, and your hours in Eden are what?
We're open 8 to 5 Monday through Thursday and 8 to noon on Friday.
Okay. So if someone is needing to talk to you personally, you're mainly in the Eden office for now, they can see you there, make an appointment.
That's right. Call and make an appointment. I'd be glad to meet with anybody.
Yeah. And then Ben Tucker, as you said, still in the Madison office there on East Murphy Street. And he's been there a long time.
He's been there, I think, approximately 47 years in Madison.
Well known in Western Rockingham County.
He's done quite a good job over the years, yes.
Yeah. Okay. All righty. Well, there's some good things happening with you personally and business-wise. What about where we are in, excuse the phone ringing, I apologize. Someone calling for an appointment at Seth M. Woodall and Associates. Tell us about your place here in the community and what you see. We talked a little bit earlier about the growth and the housing industry and things like that. We're in the new year, some things that maybe you see on the horizon?
Well, over the last approximately 3 years, the real estate market has just been what I would consider wide open in Rockingham County and across the country. And it has remained strong. I think there's a need for additional housing in Eden and Rockingham County in general, whether or not it's rental property or family-occupied properties. Mm-hmm. So I still think there's a need for some new construction. I think there's a need for some additional rental properties, but I think there's room for growth, and hopefully over the coming 18 to 24 months, we'll see that happen.
Yeah. Okay. Is that pretty much countywide, do you think?
I think so. I think the county in general is growing. I think 220 coming into Madison is going to bring some growth in that area in the western part of the county, which is a main driving force behind the purchase of the Madison office.
Yeah.
But I think all across the county, Madison, Eden, Stoneville, Reidsville, I think we're going to see growth in all the areas.
Yeah. Made in Town Council at their regular meeting last night formally approved a proposal for, I'm going from memory here now, from that meeting, $3.5 million grant from the fund there, the COVID fund.
Right.
Yeah, and then $7.5 million from the county to make that a regional wastewater facility. So they're looking at some really good things happening in Western Rockingham County.
It sounds like a $10 million investment over there, so that would be good.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, we've got a couple of minutes left. Anything maybe we need to mention or you need to tell our people listening?
No, I just want everybody to know that between the two offices, we've got 7 attorneys that handle a wide variety of matters ranging from real estate planning, preparation of power of attorneys, wills, trust, handle criminal matters, personal injury matters, family and domestic law, and just do general civil litigation and business and corporate setup. So we try to handle the needs of the community, and I think we do a good job.
You really do, and you really cover a lot there. You just kind of click those off again. There's a lot that you're involved in.
There is a lot. We try to cover the needs of the area and the citizens of our community.
When did you open that law practice here in Eden?
I joined in 2006. I graduated law school and passed the bar, and I joined Marty Melvin and Jimmy Walker in 2006. Mm-hmm. And then in 2009, became a partner with them and operated that partnership until 2019, at which time Mr. Melvin retired, and I purchased Mr. Walker and Mr. Melvin out.
Yeah, okay.
And Mr. Walker's remained a part of the firm. He still works 3 days a week and is very active.
Well, you mentioned a couple of key names that have been here a pretty good while, too, in the community.
They have. Mr. Melvin, I think, practiced in excess of 40 years. Mr. Walker started practice in 1965, and he's still very active today.
Yeah, okay. Well, thank you for your community service. Thank you for your law firm in Eden and Madison and your team always there when we need them. What's the best way to get in touch with you? Social media or phone call or what? Probably
a telephone call, the office telephone 336-623-3138, or email in the office at info@woodall-law.com.
We didn't even mention maybe an occasional beach trip. I know you like to get down to the coast sometimes, but that's not very often, as you like to.
It's few and far between these days, but I do try to get there as often as possible.
Yeah. Seth, it's good to have you in the studio. Thank you. Appreciate you and what you do at Seth M. Woodall and Associates. Thanks.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Seth Woodall in our studios today. Again, that's Seth M. Woodall and Associates. His law firm on Fag Drive in Eden and on East Murphy Street in Madison.